Welcome back to the Rhonda Swan Show, Wake Up SoCal edition. All right, we've got Laura here. Laura, I am super excited to have you here and talk about Mina Swimwear. It's a luxury swimwear that's actually very functional, but you also have a lot of social aspect to it. So tell us how Mina got started and why are you so excited about it?
Mina got started because I'm a product designer in the tech industry, and I love solving problems for people with real needs. And I saw such a gap in the swimwear market. Right now, if you go to Bloomingdale's, you can't find a suit that you can actually do a backflip in, or you have to wear sort of a stale suit that you only want to swim in. So what Mina does is you can buy Mina, which is high-end Italian fabrics, that the same swimwear that you see on Vicks or La Blanca, but you can actually swim in them. And they're beautiful cuts. There's 2-piece and 1-piece options for the first run. And I'm so excited to build a business that isn't just about a beautiful clothing. And I think as an outsider coming into this industry, while I've been so well received, is because it's really authentically who I am. I swim every day. I've been swimming every day in these suits for the last 4 years. I'm a product designer coming from the tech space. So I'm seeing this as a user problem, not just as sexy swimwear. And I also have woven it into my own personal story and my own painting. So I'm also a painter. So a problem in the swimwear industry is for active suits is you usually have boring black suits. So my paintings really come in and shine. And you can see a little bit even here.
So tell me about this. So you actually do all the design work too. So you're a painter,
yeah,
and you're the designer of the swimwear.
Yeah, and the CEO.
I love it. Multifaceted. We all wear lots of hats. But how did Mina get started? Because the name is a very special meaning, right?
Yes. So my grandmother's nickname was Mina. And so I wanted to create a business that, again, was tied to authentically who I am. Because I really feel that when you do that, it's just easier to sell it. It's easier to talk about it because you're not putting on a front. Mm-hmm. And I really, really love the idea of including my grandmother because she was a designer at a time as a child bride where she couldn't really actualize into a professional woman like we can today. So it was really special. I thought it was I knew I wanted to do something with a humanitarian bent, and it was a really nice nod to my own legacy and my own family. And also, it really inspired me when I was on some travels in Australia to go. I witnessed a business that was a for-profit, for-good business. It was a coffee shop that was solving homelessness.
Wow.
And they did it in such a beautiful way. They allowed the homeless to work in the shop, and also they had a workshop in the back where anyone could make anything and sell it there. So that really created a spark for me with someone that's worked for Google and Intuit, where it's very you have to make money for shareholders and you're limited on what you can do creatively. And then there's businesses I worked for that are nonprofits where you have this grand vision, but you can't really execute on it because you don't have money. So I took a very practical, Detroit roots approach where I had some sensibility that swimwear has a great markup to do good. And also, given my unique abilities in the pool and on the computer and with a paintbrush and with pencil to paper, I could do all of this.
Wow.
And that's what I've done.
I love it. It's so unique. Now, what is your give back? With UNICEF, you donate also to UNICEF. What's the social aspect?
So I'm working on a partnership with them right now. I've been in contact with them since 2023. I've been working on this for 4 years. So they don't typically partner with new brands, but we're trying to figure out, at least to start, a donation link so I can donate specifically to that cause that they're working on. They already have an initiative to end child bride practices in the 12 countries that currently exists, and it exists mostly for monetary reasons so the family can get money, and it's really an outdated practice that keeps young girls from really actualizing into people. And I think that is also a reason why I'm doing this, is because I just think that's the biggest success, right? I grew my career in Silicon Valley where I've watched a lot of people make money. And does that necessarily make them happier? Maybe, but they just have better cars. I wanted to do something that wasn't just making money, but that was authentic to who I am, and something that I also, because making a business is hard. You have to make sacrifices.
No.
You have to lose sleep at the start of it, but it's worth it because I think long tail, you can also choose your own path.
Yeah.
And so I didn't mind putting in some hard work now to reap those benefits later. And I'm really excited for like a long tail business I can grow over time that is really tied to what I'm into.
Yeah, what is the longer vision, right? Is it, I mean, are you going into certain athletics or certain sports, right? Like, how are you serving?
So I would love for Mina to be kind of that midpoint, that Lululemon swimwear if you just want a suit that you can be active in, or a beautiful suit if you just like the suits. And I see Mina going into specialties, so I would love to design for the Olympics. There's very specific briefs for that. I would love to also design for open water swimming. I've done some races around lakes and oceans, so I would love to have like wetsuits that you can swim in that actually allow for arm movement. Imagine that.
Right? Well, I mean, being here in Southern California, like we're surfers.
Right.
And most of the swimwear, it's either not really pretty or it's also not really functional.
Or it's black.
Or it's black.
Which is fine. Yeah. But black is classy. There's always a place for black. But in the water,
express your brand. Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you're not doing an interview. This is your
this is the way that you shine and share yourself.
Yeah.
I really do love it. And what type of products or materials do you utilize different materials that make it more durable? Because I know that sometimes is an issue, right? We get these bathing suits and they're beautiful, yet they fall apart.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really inspired by figure skaters and working with the consultants I worked with and how they use mesh in combination with their high-end materials to create really tight construction. And exactly to your point, like there's so many fabrics out there that the high-end suits are using, like Vexima Blanca, they use Carvico imported from Italy.
Yep.
Well, I'm using Carvico imported from Italy, and I'm using those high-end fabrics, but in a performance way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And what is the type of pricing model that you have? Like, how does it range? Does it compete with luxury, or is it a luxury that has a moderate pricing?
I would say it's ready to wear, and I think it competes with swimsuits that you'll go and you'll buy at like the Montage or at Bloomingdale's or anywhere, around a competitive price point. So yeah.
How do they find Mina? Order? Like, do you have anything special happening? Like, where do we go and get these right now?
Yeah, I launched the business yesterday with my two hands. It's mina.world, and they can purchase the suit directly through the site. I'm excited to build up relationships. Like, I'd love to be in Bloomingdale's, and I'd love to build relationships into some local stores here in Southern California where so many people are swimming, and that's still in the works. So I'd love to be brick and mortar and online, but right now it's just getting started online.
Well, I'll tell you, I think that brick and mortar is kind of moving its way out anyway. So we serve the world when we are online, and I love the work you're doing, especially that you're not only supporting and you're bringing your legacy of your grandmother's name into your products. Is there anything more you want your customers, your audience to know about you and about Mina?
I just would say that the business is here to support women to really feel free, that they can be free in the water, and that you can do flip turns, you can experience the world, travel. I just feel that the focus of like the business and our core principles around innovation, sovereignty, and decisive action, I feel like really shine through in this suit, and how a woman can feel like being empowered to like actually do something in it. I mean, I find so many beautiful suits out there that I actually can't, do the things I want to do. I can't jump off a cliff in them, but I fit in this suit.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for not only bringing your creativity into a gorgeous product, but also to help supporting women of the world, not only swim, but stay covered. I'm a surfer, and you would come out. I remember I did a story in Hawaii, came out top off. Now what are we going to do, right? So you got to find the right things that are functional, that are supportive, that give back, that are social, and that are gorgeous.
Oh,
so
thanks
again.
Rhonda.
Thanks for doing all the things you do.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. So good. There you go. Go ahead and get yourself a Mina, and we will see you on the next episode.